Greetings and welcome into Ankh Plays. Thanks for joining me once again here in our Reliving the Legends series, where we are taking on the first Final Fantasy in the storied Final Fantasy franchise. Now, last episode, as you know, was packed with a whole bunch of story advancements, and now we have kind of a side quest where the Elf King, who had recently awoken, has given us the Mystic Key. Now, the Mystic Key opens up a bunch of different locks that are scattered around some of the dungeons and castles that we have already visited that we couldn't actually get access to. So, at least for the beginning of this episode, we're going to go back and we're going to open all of those chests after finding out what's behind each one of those doors. And the first place that we're looking is, of course, Astos' Keep, or the Western Keep, where the Dark Elf King was and was soundly defeated. We did complete the March Cave look-through last episode, right at the very end. And, of course, our first foray into chests here in the Western Keep is filled with monsters, and the mummies put us to sleep. Interesting. That should wake Zest up. No? Alright. We have enough for a Dia? Yeah, we got enough in the tank for a Dia. That should take care of the mummies easily. Love it. 1500 gil on that. And the chest contained a power staff. Let's equip that. Who do we want to give that to? Do we want to give that to Flo or to Daewoo? I think we'll give it to Daewoo for the moment. Oops. So that reduces his accuracy but increases his attack, which is fine. Okay, so we don't have that in the inventory. We can sell his staff, though. Power staff is nice. More monsters, not surprising. Ooh, wraiths this time. What kind of status ailments are these guys going to do? We're out of Cure, or out of Dia, level 1s. Let's bring up Fritz. And we've got plenty of, well, not really plenty, but we've got enough here. Keep working on that backline guy. Daewoo. Pretty powerful monsters that are coming out of these chests here in the Western Keep. I can only imagine what we're going to see in some of the other places. And these guys really, we're not giving them enough of a chance to attack anyway, so it's not the end of the world. A Falchion. Let's take a look. Who can take on the Falchion? There it is. Boy, there's no real difference between the Falchion and the Broadsword. Is that what I'm seeing? Yeah, exactly the same. Let's stay with the Broadsword. I like the idea of the Broadsword. Can Fritz use the Falchion? No. Whoops, sorry, Fritz. Doubt you can use the... Yeah, we're going back to staves there. Okay. More monsters. Please don't paralyze. And they actually hit really hard. Oh, hey guys, this is kind of serious here. Okay, he's back up. We have no more healing. An extra potion laying around. Sock that onto Daewoo. We're not really going to get a good opportunity to... We should have launched the Blizzara earlier if we were going to. Zest is getting beat up. Okay, that was not smart. We need to get some of these targets off the board. I think Zest is going to go down here. Ooh, it's going to be close. Very close. 15 HP for Zest. Steel gloves, though, coming out of that. I think that it's probably best to give the steel gloves to Zest. Yeah, an additional 2 defense. He loses defense. Yeah, and they can't use the metal, so we'll be able to sell that when we get back. Alright, so some pretty significant monster fights there. Let's just run through this one more time. I don't think there's anything else in this particular area. I guess we could look here. I don't see any other things here. Yeah, no other doors. I know I said it before, but I'm just fascinated by this sound, the soundtrack. Such a great song there. I hope we get to hear that again. Let's use an item. Partially restores HP and MP. Can only be used in the field. I think we'll drop a tent right now, just to make getting back to town a little bit easier. So that's 2 locations checked off of our list for Mystic Keys. And yeah, that's a lot better. Definitely a lot better. We won't have any problems getting back to town now. The preemptive strike here. Should be no problem for our Warriors of Light. I think I've actually gotten close to as far as I've made it in this game at this point, ever. In all of the attempted playthroughs that I've done. So this is cool. A lot of the story that we're coming up through here is going to be new to me. And certainly going back through and getting all of the doors that the Mystic Key opens has been something that I've not done before. So, do we need to even stop here? Let's see. Okay, so we've got the Western Keep and March Cave have their chests cleared. And we've got all of the chests in the Elven Castle, understandably. Provoca, nothing. Matoya's Cave is done. The Chaos Shrine needs a quick look, and so does Castle Cornelia. So I think what we'll do is we'll jump on the ship. We will head up to Cornelia, and then go back up to the Chaos Shrine immediately after. But we'll hit the castle on the way there, and we'll just stay in Cornelia for old time's sake. Hello, Ogre and Gigas Worms. Yeah, you run away. Taking my experience with you. It's quite alright. Back onto the boat. Oops, I guess I have to get on this way. Alright. We've been boarded by pirates. Thought we took care of the pirates. Maybe these are different pirates. They're not from Provoca. Yeah, I don't think you guys are going to be much of a threat. The Sahagin or the Big Eyes or the Sharks actually are a little bit more terrifying. All right. Let's take care of the castle first. Oh, you know what? I changed my mind. Let's find that inn. The real question is, how expensive will it be? Because I'm somewhat of a Scrooge. 30 gil per night. Very reasonable. Thank you, Cornelia Inn, for not raising your prices. Excellent. And we did use a tent, so I'm tempted to just go back over here and let's replenish that tent. In fact, we have such a glut of gil right now. Let's get 3 more. Can we sell some stuff to you? You know what, actually, I'll just hold on to all of that stuff, and we'll collect everything, and then once we have collected everything that we do not need... Get out of the way. Once we've collected everything we do not need, then we will drop stuff off. Okay, so there's a bunch of Mystic Key locked doors in here. I think this is Little Sister. Yes, indeed. Okay, that's the Queen's chambers. I've forgotten where everything is in this castle, you guys. Nothing up there. And nothing... Is there a secret room here? I think I've probably checked that 2 or 3 times. Second floor of Castle Cornelia. I know that turns into something. At least I think it does. Okay. Where's the funny business at now? What are you doing? Okay, you're still thankful for us rescuing Lady Sarah. As you should be. I feel like we got to that area, but I don't remember how. Oh, you just go around. My goodness. Here, guys, watch me run around like a blind mouse looking for cheese here in the name of Final Fantasy. No! I guess that's an easy way to leave. I don't know what I'm doing. I just wander around looking for treasure. I have this special key. Have I even talked to this guy? The time has come to use the key to open all the doors. The equipment within is sure to help you. I'll be the judge of that, but thank you. It's been secured with the Mystic Key. Okay, so we got 3 chests. A cottage, excellent. A saber. And a mithril knife. I don't know what we'll use the mithril knife for. There's another tent. Nitro power. Alright. And then iron armor. Alright. Let's see. He's already got iron armor. Don't think he can use it as well. Yeah. So the iron armor is going to be superfluous. And I think the only person that could use the knife, or the mithril knife, would be... Yeah, that's a huge increase in accuracy, but a loss of 2 attack. So I think we'll keep the power staff. Maybe we'll throw the mithril knife to the woods, or to the merchants. To the woods. We'll probably toss it. I don't think we need it. Alright, well, some nice consumables there. The cottage is decidedly expensive. And that's all of the chests in Castle Cornelia. So now it's back up to the Chaos Shrine here, which is where we're going to go next. Now we'll use that as an exit. That's very clever. See you guys. Now it would be nice if I exited through the northern part of the castle, but such that it is. Cracking open all the mystic locks with our mystic key. I'm looking for... Okay. Okay, so you can't cast anything with that. For some reason, I thought the Power Staff allowed you to cast a spell or something like that, but turns out it doesn't. It's just a good staff. 167. Not the highest critical hit that we've seen. I think it was 232, and that was set by Fritz a while ago. Alright, let's dive back into the Chaos Shrine. Oops. And I'm just going to take a brief glance at the map here. So I think there's a treasure room there, a treasure room there. I think there's just treasure rooms in all 4 corners. Let's start there. There's lots of chests in here, but I don't think that the regular monsters are going to be a threat. They might be annoying, but they're not going to be a threat. No, we already got that one. Zombies. It'd be nice if there was just a few stronger undead. I think that's been a general theme in most Final Fantasies that I've found, is like, it'd be nice if there was just a little bit more strength to some of the undead to justify the white mage, like, Dia spells, you know? Okay, we clean that out. Maybe it's a second floor. Because everything is so easy to just, like, knock apart. Now, when they do get a chance to attack, they can be pretty annoying with their status ailments and whatnot, but I've just noticed that. So maybe it's just the right side treasure rooms. Excellent. Werebuster. And a gold needle. What is a Werebuster? Is it a key item? No. Sword effective against beasts. Okay. Let's take a look. Maybe that's better than the broadsword that we have? Well, it turns out it is, just in general. Alright, well, Zest, congratulations. on your new sword. That's pretty cool. Hard to tell if there's a noticeable increase in damage there just yet. Especially given the enemies in here are kind of underleveled for us. And by kind of, I mean very. Zest and Fritz just going nuts on them. Poor Goblin Guard. It didn't stand a chance. And a Rune Blade. Alright, is that better? It is the same. Yeah, it's the same as the Werebuster. Yeah. I think the Werebuster is going to be better, though, because it does do bonus damage to beasts. And so, we're going to keep that one equipped. But nobody else can equip the other one, so that's just going to be like a thing we could potentially swap to. Okay, so there's a whole bunch more chests in here. And I don't know if there's a way for us to get to them yet. We might have to come back. It's the million-dollar question. Oops, I did it again. Okay, I do not see stairs that go down or up anywhere in the Chaos Shrine. So, are we missing anything out of this dungeon yet? We didn't check the central room. Maybe there's something going on in the central room that's changed? It's worth a look. $200. 208 regular damage hit. That's pretty crazy. I could have done that battle more efficiently if I put the clothies on the Goblin Guard. Okay. So I don't think that there's anything else. Get out of the way. I don't think there's anything else here in the Chaos Shrine. I think we've done all the damage we can do for now. Just double check. I really feel like I'm missing something. It seems like I should be able to... Should be able to find another place here, but that's it. So, if we're just looking at the Chaos Shrine, we've got 6 of 13 chests there. Montoya's Cave's done. Provoca is done, of course. The Elven Castle is done. Elfheim Western Keep's done. March Cave is done. So, alright, yeah. I think we need to go find the Dwarves, is the next thing that the vague quest kind of points me to. So there's Dwarves in the east, I think they said. So, now that we've finished our Mystic Locks, and I'm just going to say that we're finished. We might not actually be finished with them, but for now, I'm going to say that we're done with our Mystic Locks, and as such, there's a 215 hit. As such, we're going to go look for the Dwarves. Because I think that the Warriors of Light are ready. So let's go find a port. It was nice to come back to Cornelia, though, wasn't it? And just kind of see how things are getting along. Maybe not. It sounds like we're going to have to go back to the Chaos Shrine, for sure, for something. Who knows what. I want to get those remaining. Let's follow the coast here. 266. Zest is becoming a machine. Daewoo avoids a shark bite, but Flo gets one. 4 hits at 206. Good. I knew we were doing this. I don't know if there's a port down here. It seems like maybe there is. Get rid of all these Sahagins. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, we're looking at 22 very soon here. I can't go through there. Wow. 2 Sahagin Chiefs. These guys seem like they're just basic melee. There's just 9 of them. It's a little unfair. 9 on 4? Come on. Alright, so we're dwarf hunting now, guys. I'm gonna go back up. Maybe the way to the dwarves is through Provoca. There's the Buccaneers. The real question I have is, are they from Tampa Bay? That was a joke, if you know American football. If you don't know American football, then there is a American football team named the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because they're from Tampa Bay. And the monsters that we're fighting are Buccaneers. I'll let that joke sink in. Another big group of Sahagins here, led by 2 chiefs. Letting them all get knotted up on one another here. These guys are kind of fast. They're like the wolves. They're like the wolves of the sea. Very low hit points. Yeah, I guess they're not challenging when your white mage and your black mage can hit them and kill them in one hit. Okay, Flo didn't there. So, making a liar out of me, Flo, thanks. Yeah, we'll go back to Provoca. I think this is probably a good spot to stop. And, you know, we're looking for the dwarves. I think we have to go down through here. That'll be our next adventure here in episode 10, as we continue hunting for the dwarves. We've got all of our mystic locks, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Thanks for joining me once again today for our continuing series of Reliving the Legends, Final Fantasy style. And as you go on about your day, don't forget, hit somebody with a little bit of kindness, and we'll see you next time.